So the story starts out with Gary, the leader of the Midnight Society, gathered around a campfire with a bunch of outcasts, rebels, just misfits in general in his school. Just to give you a little background information and recap, the characters like to have this little banter back and forth and a little background cliche about their lives that doesn't really contribute to the story, but it adds a little humor, I guess, to their characters. I don't know. It's not that funny. This episode centers around a new member named Frank, who has to tell a story in order to be introduced into the group.
Frank Moore, you're here to be considered as a new member of the Midnight Society.
Yeah, what's with the blindfold?
This meeting place is secret?
Yeah, and you're not in yet.
Swell.
Who sponsors Frank?
I do. He's a good guy.
Yeah, but can he tell a good story?
Who said that?
To be a member, you have to tell us a scary tale. Then we vote. And it has to be unanimous or you're not in. You ready?
Hey, I'm ready. Are you guys ready?
Ooh, I'm scared now.
So Frank starts off his story by throwing the sand in the fire like they always do to make it sparkle. And he calls it The Tale of the Phantom Cab.
Denny and Buzz were brothers. Denny was big, strong, and smart. Buzz was, well, kind of a geek who wanted to prove himself to his big brother.
Are you sure we're living in the same time frame? They said he's big. The dude does not look over maybe 5'5". Strong? I don't think so for who, a 6-year-old? And smart? He looks like a class bully, to be honest. Buzz is a weird, ridiculous name, even for 90s standards. Like, who names their kid that? So, as a usual typical cliche in these 90s shows, everything starts to go wrong. The map gets wet. They're lost. The kid almost falls off a freaking cliff.
Watch the edge.
Whoa!
Grab my hand.
I can't! I'll fall!
Well, if you don't grab his hand regardless, you're gonna fall. I mean, come on, what kind of logic is this?
What are those?
Hey, I saved the compass.
At this point, hours have passed by. The brothers are still lost. Buzz is still trying to guide them out of the forest when Denny comes up to him and realizes that Buzz has been reading the magnet wrong the entire time. So the little brother, what does he do? Like any little brother does, takes off. Right as Denny's getting really frustrated with Buzz, a stranger pops out of the woods out of nowhere, shining a flashlight at him. The boys encounter a random traveler that introduces himself as Flynn. Flynn tells him that he'll take them to Dr. Vink, who also lives in the woods, who will actually guide them out of there. And it's pretty sus. I mean, the dude kind of comes on strong, like, come on, follow me, kids. And the kids don't know anything about stranger danger, so of course they just like follow this guy, thinking that they know a way out. So the shady cab driver Flynn leads them right to Dr. Vink, who he tells them earlier can get them out of the woods.
I don't suppose either of you are any good at riddles.
Already from the start, Dr. Vink is just a really weird guy. He does experiments in the middle of a cabin in the woods. Just really weird stuff, and it feels off, you know? And the kids are just, oh, okay, whatever.
The brain of a wild boar.
Oh, you nasty.
So Dr. Vink tells the kids that he'll help them escape the forest if they can solve a riddle of his. And the riddle goes, what's weightless can be seen with the naked eye, and if put in a barrel will make it lighter. The boys answer wrong, and Dr. Vink gets frustrated with them, so he's about to kick them out, but he tells them to help them escape if they'll give him a piece of their body. Yuck, bro. That sounds really sus. Pause. I mean, like a limb or like a hand or something.
Something valuable. Something fresh. Something like this.
Oh, hell no!
After seeing that hand, the kids book it back into the forest. Frank's story is rudely interrupted by the Midnight Society, and they're going on about how a riddle can't be in a story that can't be solved. But anyways, it's just like obnoxious and the audacity of these kids. I mean, come on.
Maybe you should all just lighten up and let me finish this story. Thank you. So,
These kids got some nerve, but like, whatever. Anyways, back to Frank's story. The two brothers are back in the woods, still lost. They're trying to run from the cabin, get away as far as possible. They happen to come across a cab driving in the woods randomly. The driver reveals himself to be Flynn, the guy that they met earlier, that led them to Dr. Vink. Flynn goes on about his life story about not solving the riddle and how now he's stuck in the forest forever. So this is the big reveal. He does like an exorcist head turn to reveal that he's dead.
Big old tree. You might say, I sort of died! Oh, hell no!
It's pretty scary. The kids are freaked out. I mean, this was a good trope in the 90s. The kids are still given a couple more chances to guess the riddle before Flynn reveals that he's going to crash into the tree that killed him. What's weightless can be seen with the naked eye, and if put into a barrel will make it lighter.
I got it! I know the answer!
What is it?
It's weightless, you can see it, and if you put it in a barrel, it'll make the barrel lighter.
Say it!
It's a hole! It's a hole in the barrel!
Here we go!
Nah, I'm just messing with y'all. So, right as he answers it, the cab is literally about to crash in the tree, and somehow the cab and Flynn disappear. And right at that same time, another traveler, a park ranger, shows up and saves the boys. A couple days later, the boys tell the park ranger and their parents about the cabin. Police and everybody go to investigate it, but the cabin's not there. It looks like it's been empty for 20, 30 years.
the end.
So, unanimously, Frank gets voted in the Midnight Society based on that story. Overall, I thought the story was great. As a 90s kid growing up, I mean, this definitely brings back a lot of nostalgic memories and times when I actually thought this was scary. The editing at times was spotty and a little goofy, especially with the music that they put over when he's falling off the cliff or some action scene going on. Like, they thought that was suspenseful or something that could scare kids. Both brothers in the episode were very unlikable. I mean, even though the little brother solved the riddle, he was just annoying and cringe at times, and the older brother just didn't help by any means. You know, back in the 90s, the whole riddle thing was definitely a big thing, but now it's a little bit more cliche and a little bit overused. Considering this was a pilot episode and this is what catapulted the series into stardom, I definitely would say I'd give it about a 7.5 out of 10. Alright, I'm done.
Nah, but for real, shout out, followers,
Maybe you should all just lighten up and let me finish the story.